Welcome back to KP's Kingdom, cooking with KP, and today I'm going to show you how to make a Queso Fresco Gnocchi with a Mexican style Bolognaise. Yep, we're going fusion to the max on this one. We're taking Mexico and Italy, we're going to slam them together, and we're going to end up with an incredible dish. Alright, 375 grams worth of Queso Fresco cheese, right? Mexican nice soft cheese, and we'll need to break this up. If you can't get your hands on the Queso Fresco, I did find this in Costco. You could use a fresh ricotta cheese. All right, just make sure it's not the stuff in a tub. All right, so I'm just going to keep chopping that up, try and break that up. I'm going to add in half a cup's worth of finely grated Parmesan or pecorino cheese. I prefer the pecorino, I just like the flavour of it. I'm going to mix all of that through, and once again we're just going to keep chopping that Queso Fresco cheese up. Okay, pretty simple. Now what I'm going to add now is 2 eggs. One of those eggs was a double yolker. It just worked out absolutely perfect for this recipe. You don't need double yolks, just 2 eggs. Put them in there and keep mixing that through. Alright, so the more we mix that, the more the cheese is going to start breaking down, and we'll end up with a really nice smooth dough right at the end. Okay, now I'm going to add in 1 cup of plain flour, right, just like that. I'm not going to bother putting it through a sieve or anything. I'm just going to add it a little bit at a time and just mix that in. As you can see, I'm using a bit of a paddle there to stir all of this through. It just sort of helps make sure we get things incorporated really nicely. So add a little bit of flour, give it a bit of a stir, and what's going to happen is we're going to end up with a really nice dough. And that's one of the reasons why I sort of took my time adding the flour into this. I didn't want to overdo it and end up with something that was too crumbly and didn't want to play ball, right? So just keep mixing that through little bit by little bit, and if you want to use a machine like a mix-up, you can, but I would say to do this by hand in this particular instance. I normally would avoid trying to do that with my MS and everything else, but this one just worked out quite nicely. As you can see, that's starting to thicken up quite just quite quickly actually. So we're just going to keep mixing all of that through little bit by little bit. A little bit of flour down on a board. Right, I haven't actually used all of that flour. I wanted to wait and get just a really nice consistent type dough. As you can see, we've got something happening like that there. I'm going to give that a bit of a quick knead. It's not going to take very long, just give that a bit of a kneady. Right, and if it feels sticky, just add a little bit of flour on top and it will come together quite nicely. Right, so as you feel it getting a bit sticky, just a little dusting of flour on the top, and before you know it, you're going to end up with a really nice dough. Right, I'm pretty happy with the way that's worked out. Right, cut that in half with a pastry cutter, and we're going to keep rolling that out until it's around about sort of 3/4 of an inch thick. We don't want big heavy gnocchi, we want these to be just right. Okay, pretty simple. And as you can see, I'm adding a little bit more flour over the top as that dough seems to form. Right, so this is not going to take you very long at all. It's a lot easier than making it with potato. Alright, pretty simply, all I'm going to do is make nice little gnocchis just like that. They seem a bit sticky, give them a little bit of a roll in flour. I'm not going to put these over my gnocchi board like I normally do. If you're a regular viewer of the channel, you know when I make gnocchi, I've got a little gnocchi board that I roll my gnocchis on. Gives them those little pretty lines like the traditional style gnocchi. Alright, once they're done, put them aside, put them in the refrigerator. Time to start making up our sauce. Right, 1 finely chopped onion, a little bit of finely diced green capsicum or green bell pepper. Okay, I'm going to sweat those off just for a little bit, and here I've got about 500 grams worth of beef mince. Alright, pretty simple sort of stuff. We're just going to start frying that off, get a bit of colour on that meat. I'll let it sit for a little bit and then I'll give it a bit of a stir. Alright, just like I'm doing right there. So I'll let it sit, give it a chop, let it sit, give it a chop, and we just want to get some nice brownish happening. Alright, I'm a bit impatient here. I'm going to add one 400 gram can of tomatoes, which I have blitzed in my little food processor. You could use a passata if you want. There's no real difference. One is just plain tomatoes, one might have added sugars and preservatives. Alright, so we're going to give all of that a good stir. I'm going to add in around about 2 teaspoons worth of taco seasoning, my own home blend. You can just buy one from the store if you like. I like my home blend. I've got a real perfect mix that is right for me, and if you want it hot, add some chili. Now I'm going to add in 1 can of Mexican blend beans. You can buy that from your local supermarket. It's quite easy to do, and we're just going to give all of that a good stir just like that. I'm calling this a Bolognaise, but it's basically like a really quick sort of chili con carne type deal, but that Mexican blend of beans, it just makes things different. It's got black beans, it's got kidney beans, it's got everything in it. Give it a little dash of water, right, so it doesn't sort of dry out too much, and I'm just going to let that simmer away for around about sort of 20 to 30 minutes or so. Okay, so just keep giving that a good stir just like that, and I'm pretty happy with the way this is looking so far. Right, we need some water, we need it salted, and we need it boiling just like that, and we're simply just going to put in our Queso Fresco Gnocchi straight into our water. Right, these are not going to take very long at all. Once they float, let them float for sort of 30 to 40 seconds or so, and they'll be pretty much done. As you can see, they come up pretty quickly up to the top, and don't overcrowd the pan, and use a solid spoon or something like I'm using right here to fish them out, so we can put them aside and get ready to complete our dish. Right, and if you haven't tried making something like this before, well, what are you not doing? Right, this is so good. I'm going to put those gnocchi into the sauce just like that. We're on the home stretch, and all we simply have to do now, a little bit of some basil leaves over the top, just like that, and before you know it, you've made your own Queso Fresco gnocchi with a Mexican Bolognaise. Alright, how easy was that to do? I kid you. Thank you so much for watching this video. Really do appreciate it. If you like this video, hit that like button. It gives me confidence, should make you feel warm and fuzzy too. Don't forget to hit that notification bell to be notified every time a new video goes up, and share this video with all your friends on all platforms of social media. We are trying to get the name of KP's Kingdom out there. Please leave a comment. Love reading, love responding to them. In the meantime, if you want to join me on my culinary adventures, where I take different cuisines and really mess them up just like this one, well, you need to come and join the family. My family, hit that subscribe button and you'll never miss another one of my videos again. Off to eat my Queso Fresco gnocchi with my Mexican style Bolognaise, and I will catch you next time. Bye.